Welcome to What's the Deal with Sam? Starring Sam Lilly. Join Sam as he discusses a wide variety of topics.
Fan mail.
Now let's start the show.
Thank you. What's the deal with the hashtag ignoretags? It's like, no offense, with the ground. Like, I mean, this is mostly an Instagram thing for that specific tag. It's kind of something that kind of ties into other places though too. The clickbaity thing. It just ties into this idea of putting up a bunch of shit. It's like we'll put on a lot of like nice screenshots here, nice titles and tags, and make sure that it's something that's nice and trending and is eye popping, and it's something that is designed to just make somebody click and look at our thing and interact with the thing. And I get it. I get why they do that. They want the clicks, the views, the interaction, the ad revenue, and all that other shit. But on Instagram, I find this a lot. I've seen it a lot of times where people are putting up tags, and there's so many different fucking tags that have nothing to do with one another, but there's usually also things like, the follow for follow, like for like, that kind of bullshit, gaintrick. They'll put tags like that, and basically a lot of these will also have the ignore tags tag in there, which just irritates the shit out of me. And I'm sure, I've done this before too, just to see people would see the stuff and interact with it, and just to be kind of a douchebag and make fun of it. But also I'm part of the problem and a bit of a hypocrite for doing that in the first place. I don't really care if people follow or not. They still don't. They still interact. They still don't comment, and usually it's only going to pick up bots. So why do you bother? I guess it's a good way to lure in bots that are going to either remove you automatically or just get removed by the system once people find out they're bots. But gee, isn't that fun? Fully automated society on there. That's great. It's just like, I find it so frustrating that you would put these tags on here and then own up to nothing. Because if you got lots of, followers, or if you're on YouTube or something, you've got lots of interaction, follows, subs, likes, comments, whatever. If you got a lot of traction on something because you're using all these trending tags and all these hot tags, it's like, well, the thing is, if it goes well, you're going to take credit for that and be like, oh, that's cool, I should keep doing this. And the thing that I posted is probably good because of all that interaction. But also, if something goes south and someone's like, what the fuck? Why is this tag here? Like, how did I get here? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Anything negative, people can just be like, hey, you're weird. I was just putting this up here for fun. That's why I put ignore tags, so I can pretend like I have no responsibility for any of the fucking tags I put on there. And that's not how it works. You can't just put, like, ignore tags, like, that's it. It's just like you say no offense to someone, and then, you say something, and it's like, well, if it offends them, you just can't be like, well, I said no offense, so you can't be offended. It's like, no, you still gotta own up to the consequences of your fucking actions. Like, you can say that, like, I didn't mean it, but, like, if people think that you did, and, they take it that way, you're still putting it out there as though you did, and you had to realize this could have still been a reaction, even if you had that little disclaimer, like, we do not actually believe in these things that are stated here. It's like, so I'm still going to take it as though you do, the way you're promoting it. So I don't know, I find that incredibly frustrating and stupid, and especially when you go to look at something and then, like, you try to talk to somebody about one of the things they have in the tags and they don't fucking have any idea. I've even had, people who, like, do these things where they start to even fucking, like, they'll use the tag generators, like, just basically generate whatever tag is popular at the time, those kind of tags, or they'll just copy and paste the same tags or whatever. I've seen that too. It's just like, well, whatever, it's easy to get traction that way and it saves time. And, it's great for the analytics to do that shit. Boy, analytics, I really give a fuck about those. Holy shit. And then there's like, the fucking, I basically, the thing I was going to say is I had somebody actually tagged me in a few posts. Or like with a hashtag, but it was still like, the tag that I used because it was my name, and I guess I had something that was somehow got trending at that point when they used this generator. because it was on like I think it was like a Mega Maker thing before it was Mega Man Maker, whatever, that thing where you can make Mega Man levels and custom stuff with Mega Man assets, whatever. But like I saw my name was in there and I was like, so like, have you ever like seen my stuff, or like there's a reason like you have me as a hashtag in there? And they're like, oh, sorry, like I just used a generation thing to automatically generate these for me. I was like, you didn't look at them? You couldn't be bothered to make up your own fucking hashtags? And I was like, well, I didn't say that. I don't think. I was probably trying to be nice about it still, but it's just like, it just feels weird that people can use these tags that they know nothing about, they don't care about. They're just putting them there because that's going to be good for analytics, because that's fine, and then try to deny it and be like, well, I used a generator, I said ignore tags, I'm trying to basically get as much out of this as I can without having any responsibility for it, and it doesn't work that way. And I think that's just really frustrating, and probably not a very good episode. It's probably not all that funny to hear about, people being stupid douchebags. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe you expect it on something like Instagram where people are, posting lots of selfies of themselves. And, I mean, I don't, because I look like me. And I don't even want to see that, much less do I want to subject others to that constantly. But, I don't know. I guess some people think that's just the easiest way to go. You just take a picture of yourself, you generate tags, you use the hottest tags, and then, of course, claim zero responsibility for anything that happens negatively, yet try to boost your ego with the positivity, the positive consequences, because, well, you want to pretend like you earned that because that makes you feel good. It's really, really frustrating, and this is why a lot of people don't like using social media that much, is because it gets really gross sometimes. Thankfully on YouTube I don't really have that problem, because, I don't really have any control over when people click my things or not. It's just, every once in a while a video will get hundreds of views, or sometimes thousands, and I don't know why, when a majority of them are sitting on here in the single digits, barely even hitting 20 if I'm lucky. I don't really know. I don't know what's good. I don't know what the people want. It's just sometimes you get struck with lightning, and most of the time you don't. And that's really what being a content creator is all about. It's just running out into the thunderstorms and hoping lightning hits you hard in the face. Like if it hits you in the dick, like that's like a good story, but like that shit hurts. So try to if you see it coming, if you have time, if you have lightning fast reflexes, get it? You try to get your face in the way of it. And I mean, if you have if you have the metal rod in your penis, you probably can't do much more about that. It's gonna go there. But you try. It's all you can really do is try. It would be silly to just try to let it happen. And honestly, if you have a metal rod in your penis, you're gonna get a lot more views anyways, because people are gonna be magnetized to that. You can just lay down in a field and lightning's gonna strike, and you're like, damn, every video, man, thousands of views. So glad I was in a horrible accident and had this installed in my ween. What's the deal with ignore tags? It's like lightning rod in your dick with the ground. Well, I guess that would absorb the electricity because you'd be grounded. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to research that. What's the deal with sand? What's the deal with sand? What's the deal with sand? What's the deal with sand?